Holiness is unexplainable. Holiness is untamable. A fire unmistakable. Holiness is to be set apart, different, greater. Holiness draws an invisible line like the earth's equator. Holiness is not wrong, imperfect, or flawed. No one else interceded, and there's no eraser needed. Holiness is glory without sound, and glory is holiness found. Holiness is utterly unique, unlike every Barbie in my daughter's room, but so much like a baby in her mother's womb. Holiness is the force behind the universe. Holiness is this world without the curse. Holiness fashioned Saturn and put a ring on it. Holiness hung the earth like an ornament. Holiness echoes across canyons. Holiness whispers in your ear. Have no fear. Holiness sculpted mankind out of incoherent clay. Holiness is the craftsman of intricate DNA. Holiness walked in the cool of the day, talking with Adam and Eve, enjoying the breeze. Holiness saw the serpent deceive. Turns out an apple a day doesn't keep the doctor away. Their holiness tarnished. Humanity had gone astray, but holiness covered their nakedness. Eve wore the first fur dress, no offense, but holiness is just. Blood had to be shed. Holiness offered life, but man chose death instead. Holiness dwelt in the most consecrated court. Holiness too close is too dangerous, like a toddler running with scissors or a surgeon with the jitters. Holiness is sincere, holding up a mirror to our mess. One of those magnifying ones, if you know, you know. Holiness is energy radiantly reflecting. Holiness remains on the throne, robes descending. Holy, 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 sing the seraphim. Holiness is a coal touching the skin. Holiness is guilt washed away and sin atoned for. Holiness appointed his messenger and waged war. Holiness, water flowing from the temple door, like pipes bursting from beneath the floor. Holiness travels lengths to purify. Holiness grows deeper with each stride, where leaves do not wither and plants do not die. Holiness now available for all who abide. Holiness humbled skin and bone from a straw-filled stable to a Galilee home. Holiness grew. Holiness new. Holiness in flesh, 3 decades old, fulfilling prophecy, one to behold. Holiness cures instead of contaminates. Disease does not stand a chance. Holiness fixes instead of fractures. The lame jump up to dance. Holiness heals instead of hurts. Death defeated with a glance. Holiness cried. Holiness tasted the Last Supper. Holiness saw the guards approach. Holiness smelled the strong betrayal. Holiness felt the grain against his hands. Holiness heard the clouds thunder. Holiness said, "It is finished." Holiness died. But holiness did not let Saturday have the final word, for Sunday was no longer deferred. Holiness is alive. Holiness pulled the plug on hopelessness. Without holiness, you and I are a hopeless mess. Holiness removes all impurity. Whole and complete, we will ascend. Holiness brings life is holy.